Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we're two of the Office Blokes. £1 of the £1.50. 66.6% of the Office Blokes. What else? What else is a
Patreon.com.
Patreon.com. All that good stuff. £1.50. Office Bloke Mike is currently away sorting out some family stuff, and he'll be back at some point.
Soon,
so,
yep.
Yes.
Soon. Yeah.
So hopefully sooner rather than later.
I did see him today. He's he's okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's getting
got to sort some stuff out.
Yeah, family comes first, as I'm sure you guys out there watching can understand. Yep. And hopefully, you stick with us until Mike's back, because, pray for Mike and all that. Right then, why the Fine Bros React failed. I watched this channel, SunnyV2. It's called. I told you and Mike about it before, where he does these videos of the downfall of YouTubers.
Okay.
And like,
are we on it yet?
No. If he was on our Patreon and could hear some of the stuff we said, then we'd be on there. But no, it's like, it's really interesting, and it's like a glimpse into the culture of YouTube a bit more. And there's like, I always watched a lot of YouTube, but I was never really massively into the culture. So there's loads of people that were huge to everyone else that I didn't know, and I was watching skateboarding videos or a bit of comedy or whatever. Yeah. But some of the bigger YouTubers, never even heard of them until I started watching this channel, and he explains how some people rose from nothing to be like millions of subs, and then how it all comes crashing down when someone sends inappropriate messages to an underage person, or which seems to be loads of the gaming YouTubers seems to have done that. But some of these are kids themselves, they're like 17-year-old kids that have suddenly made millions, and they're just they're getting caught out, and it's madness. But there's all types of people that have been on it, and it's such an interesting channel. Every time he releases a video, I'll watch it. Yeah. But I thought this one I wanted all three of us to do this one, because I thought Mike could find it interesting as well. But we'll just get into it. So,
who's Mike?
Is that third office? But well, actually, third office bloke. But there is loads in the wings waiting to take his place.
So we're calling on the subs bench, aren't we?
Yeah. Some of them aren't even blokes.
Well, that's debatable.
Anyway, let's do it. So this is from SunnyV2, why the Fine Bros React failed. Let's do it.
The Fine Bros went from gaining 150 million views per month in mid-2019 to around 10 million views per month recently, representing a decline of over 90% in only 36 months. What went wrong? The peak of their colossal-sized failure would eventually occur in mid-2020, however signs of impending doom first began in early 2016, when the Fine Bros attempted to trademark and copyright the entire reaction genre on YouTube. Well, kind of. I'm sure many of you remember the drama, right? It started with this video simply titled React World, in which the Fine Bros would frame an announcement in a way that sounded like, if you want to make any kind of reaction video for yourself on YouTube, the Fine Bros are now entitled to a cut of the revenue.
And all you people who are thinking about making reaction videos anywhere in the world, well, by the way, we own you. In the terms, they own 50% of your brand deals, 60% of your rev share. You can't even post your video to Facebook, apparently, without their permission. That sounds like a great deal. Sign me up.
The Fine Bros would then go on to request that their audience not watch or support any other channel making reaction content.
And we implore everyone not to support those companies and channels. When you notice someone ripping someone's format off, don't stand for it.
However, when you take a look at the...
It's something that, we're nearly 2 years into doing reactions and weren't aware of all this drama. And, you and Mike had never even watched a reaction video before we started doing it. And can you imagine if we suddenly started making a little bit of money out of it, and then a couple of people get in touch and say, we want 60% of your
come and get it,
ad revenue.
Come round and get it.
Yeah, well, it's a fair point, isn't it? Here's the address of the studio.
Yeah,
come on, mate.
That's what I'd say. Come pick it up. Give me cash.
Come at me, brah.
When you notice someone ripping someone's format off, don't stand for it.
However, when you take a look at the Fine Bros' history, it's hardly surprising that they felt entitled to the genre. The pair had built what you might call a reaction empire, beginning with kids react to viral videos back in 2010. The series became popular because it took already successful viral content and added further insight into it by having kids provide their own opinion. Yet, while this was an incredibly successful formula, going back to their React World drama in 2016, it would also be a point of criticism. They complained about
having their shows and formats blatantly stolen by companies and people, both online and on television.
Yet at the same time, they were blatantly ripping off these viral videos, then collecting the ad revenue by simply having kids react to them.
That is a great point that we've... I was talking to someone about when we get copyright matches for people using our content, because some people have reshared our whole videos on their own channels and stuff. And people are like, it's disgraceful how someone can do that to you.
No, it's not our content.
And I'm like, but we make reaction videos. We watch other people's content and we hopefully try and add to it and discuss it and stuff. So I'm like, I think it's kind of fair game.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's it'd be nice to get a shout out from the people that are doing it, but some people have tried setting up channels and just uploading our videos, no context. But it doesn't work.
Fair play to them though.
Those guys who complain about licensing, even though they use people's videos unlicensed.
After finding success with Kids React back in 2010, the Fine Bros moved on to Teens React, YouTubers React, and eventually Elders React, at which point they'd find themselves in a brand new controversy. Despite acting as if they started and owned the reaction genre on YouTube, their audience would come to discover that Seniors React had already been done on a channel called Still Cosmo in April 2012, only 1 month prior to the Fine Bros beginning Elders React in May 2012. What was even more infuriating was that despite Still Cosmo having started Seniors React first, the Fine Bros would take down every single one of Still Cosmo's Seniors React videos, claiming copyright infringement, which didn't sit too well with their fan base. As mentioned previously, I worked for the Fine Brothers. When they took down Seniors React, there was major backlash from the fans. They moved to censor any comment on all of their channels so people didn't know about it. This was par for the course for them, as they looked to control the conversation in regards to anything involving their properties. And goodbye the Fine Bros acting as if they own the genre, people began to dig up examples of Bill Cosby doing Kids React content on television dating all the way back to the 1990s. However, this seemed to have no effect on their perceived ownership of the genre, as they've then gone to call out Ellen DeGeneres, stating that she had also stolen their apparent idea of making reaction videos. Wow, the Ellen Show just did a kids reacting to old technology. Didn't mention us, didn't do it with us. Not cool. Need you to go to their Facebook page and blast the Kids React links, even if they didn't realize even more important to tell them. Thanks for the help, here's the link to go leave comments, accompanied by another post their Twitter reading, ashamed to not have at Ellen Show reach out to us versus just fully taking it as their own. This happens too often. What?
Do you think this is just very poor judgment? Do you think, because it sounds like they've got a team and everything else, is this the two? Because I mean, they did a video where the two guys talk about this, so it's obviously, it's not a case of like overzealous employees. It's coming from the top, isn't it? It's coming from the...
Absolutely, coming from the owners, whether the owners are that.
But people have been reacting to stuff like home video shows, like
has been...
is it America's Home Videos or
America's Funniest Videos?
America's Funniest Videos. Wasn't that around in the 90s?
Yeah.
And it was just someone almost like Tosh.0 kind of stood there with a screen behind him and a crowd, and they reacted to stuff.
Yeah.
You've been framed over here.
There's loads of stuff where people, you know, you look at Gogglebox, you look at, we used to do it years ago, even before Gogglebox, I used to do it on something called Sports Tonight Live.
Right.
And I used to watch the match and react to the match. Well, people were watching it as well.
Yeah.
You know, and now you've got watch-along videos and stuff. I was doing that years and years ago.
You should trademark it and sue everyone who tries to do it.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah. It's interesting though, isn't it? Like the way this guy makes videos, he researches really well and just the editing
it's great
and
the way he
everything
does it.
else.
Is that him that's commentating in it when it comes on? That's him.
Yeah. So from what I gather, he just makes this. He does all of it. He narrates it, and it's just a guy. So it's really impressive stuff.
Fine Bros clearly expected support from their audience. Calling out Ellen only gave everyone another excuse to clown on them. At the Fine Bros at the Ellen Show, welcome to German television late 90s to now. You did nothing revolutionary. At the Fine Bros, you don't own the concept. Anyone can do kids reacting, it's fun and enjoyable. At the Fine Bros at the Ellen Show, Jimmy Kimmel has done react videos with kids too. Reactions cannot be patented, that's silly. This isn't new for them. They've always been extremely aggressive in taking down smaller channels on YouTube, even with remotely similar concepts. Their DMCA claims destroyed any momentum any of their competitors could have possibly built up. Then they do a good job burying any information about them ever having done it and denying doing so. The difference here is that Ellen is too big for them to bully and lay false DMCA claims against, so they had to try and use their audience to do the dirty work for them. They seem to think they're original when all of their success has come on the back of others. All of this should set a pretty good base.
Just laughing at come on the back of others. Yeah, it's madness. The DMCA claims are the copyright strikes that they're issuing on people. Yeah. Which again, it'd be one thing saying to smaller channels, I don't want you using that, and you reach out to people and say, listen, you know, fair game. You've done it. Can you take it down? We've had copyright takedown requests. Yeah. And we've complied with all of them. We just take down the person's video. But to just strike people is
childish.
It's bad, isn't it?
They seem to think they're original when all of their success has come on the back of others. All of this should set a pretty good baseline for why in 2016 their attempt to trademark the word react was completely and utterly ludicrous. In doing so, they'd lose 500,000 subscribers over the course of a week, at which point the pair began to backpedal heavily. The Fine brothers would release an official statement claiming that they would rescind all of their React trademarks and applications, discontinue the React World program, as well as released all of their past content ID claims, such as the takedown of Still Cosmo Senior's React series. Additionally, the pair would upload an apology video in which they stated that the goal was never to trademark the entire React series on YouTube, and was rather to trademark their very specific reaction style.
We were never trying to say that every video where someone reacts to something else is something we would try to control. When we referenced licensing the React format, we only meant our specific series, not the overall genre of reaction videos. We do not own the genre.
However, while the goal of any apology is to mend one's reputation, some clear mistakes can be observed within the Fine Bros video, which would only contribute to their decline. Firstly, they failed to keep their cool and instead responded to the audience with an angry, emotional temperament.
Just because we have or might get trademarks doesn't mean we're going to run around and start taking down videos.
Sounds like they're both holding back pure rage and hatred. I feel like I'm being lectured by my parents about how it was wrong to punch my teacher. LMFAO, how is this an apology? They were literally just yelling at us and acting like we're idiots. I forget how pissy they looked in this. If you're making an apology for doing something shitty, maybe it's not the best idea to be visibly fuming at everyone for having foiled your scheme. Now, it's understandable as to why the pair were a little volatile. They lost 500,000 subscribers in a week and had negative news article after negative news article, which is something that none of us have experienced, so maybe we're not even in a position to comment on this, but cooler heads always prevail. Their emotional response did nothing but display how much the drama had gotten to them, and when you combine this with their massive backpedal of apologizing and promising to throw out the React World program altogether, it displayed this kind of pathetic subservience to their fan base, or simply put, they made it obvious that they cared way too much, which would prove to be the ultimate detriment after the real drama began in mid-2020. In the lead up to this point in time, specifically the 4th of June 2020, the Fine Bros had chosen to involve themselves in the Black Lives Matter movement by uploading a video simply titled "This Is My Story," which contained an introductory message reading, "In support of hashtag Black Lives Matter and the social unrest in America surrounding the killing of George Floyd and countless injustices against people of color, we asked our reactors if they would be willing to share their own stories of being black in America. They did. They are a part of our FBE family and we want to help amplify their voices. Thank you for listening, the FBE team," clearly aligning themselves and their entire brand as allies of the movement. Yet, opting into the game of politics turned out to be an incredibly dumb decision for the Fine brothers, because only a week after posting the video in support of Black Lives Matter, their audience would dig up a video from 2009 in which Benny Fine had done blackface. In light of this, other black creators from within the company came out stating that rather than being supported, they had actually faced racism while working for the Fine brothers, one of which discussing their experience in a YouTube video.
So many former staff members and cast members have bravely spoken out and reached out to me privately about how they were mistreated during their time at the company as people of color and or women, and other people who have witnessed their mistreatment.
Articles would then be posted such as this one by Insider, which stated that within Fine Brothers Entertainment, Brooklyn Fenton, a former reactor turned employee, said she was told at times that having a reactor with lighter skin on the left of the thumbnail, where viewers would tend to see them first, appeals to the fans. 6 sources told Insider that they were sometimes told to put a person with a lighter skin tone on the left, and several other former employees said publicly on Twitter that this had happened to them. Insider conducted a review of 1,092 thumbnails that included faces of reactors. 31% of the thumbnail showed 2 white reactors, 0.3% showed 2 black reactors. As a result of these allegations, the Fine brothers would release a classic spineless loser apology stating, "Over the past decade, FBE has tried to use our platform as a force for good, making videos to speak out against racism, sexism, homophobia, and bullying. But while we incorrectly thought that creating content at our company to help in the fight against many different kinds of discrimination was enough to make amends, it is clear to us that we should have done more." The trap that the Fine brothers had fallen into was obvious, because it's one that so many other public figures seem to fall into. They thought that just because they had built a business and a following on YouTube, it was now their job or responsibility to enact some kind of historical social change in the world. Why can't you just be a good entertainer and leave it at that? They claimed in their apology that they should have done more in terms of talking about social issues, yet were blind to the reality that they actually talked about it too much. They should have never talked about any of these topics in the first place.
Fucking long just to say sorry.
That's what you've got to do, isn't it? When you've got
Fucking
that,
hell.
that much of a big brand that's making so much money.
There's no way I'd read all that.
No. But I mean, if you've ever done blackface in your life, ever, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you try and take a stand and all that sort of stuff, unless you take a stand by saying, listen, when I was younger, I did blackface. I'm not proud of it. Here's the picture. You know, like you've got to be transparent because people will find out.
Of course they will. And I think one thing you've got is, I can't remember we were watching the other day, they say about people, I think it was Tosh, about people who want to do something but they don't really do it. They say they do it, you know, like support certain certain organisations and certain.
It's being an ally towards a movement, making no change.
And that's what they're doing. And it's like, but they don't do anything. They don't do anything about it. And they go around telling everyone. And you're like, mate, what are you doing then?
Yeah.
What are you doing about it?
Yeah.
And they go, well, I'm going to go on the march, or I'm going to do it. I'm like, fuck off.
Have you seen the one with, it was people, you know, when there was a lot of Ukrainian refugees coming over here fleeing the war.
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, and there's
the news, on the news.
The guys going up, like speaking to people that have got signs saying, we need to home all of the refugees and we need to support them and stuff, which, you know, we did and everyone got behind. And the guy was going up to them in a microphone going, that's great, so how many are you going to put in your house? And then everyone would go, no, well, I'm in a rented house and you can't have immigrants.
They've all got an excuse. They've all got an excuse. No one does fuck all about it.
But you just watch the cogs turn and people go, oh, shit.
It's the same whenever you see all these people who are protesting for whatever they're protesting, go up and ask them about it and see what they're doing about it. Half of them don't give a fuck. Don't know, I was watching one the other day, gluing her hand to a painting in Italy. She's a fucking eco speaker who fucking jet sets around the world on a plane. I'm like, mate, do it online. Let everyone fucking hear what you're going to say and see how many people watch it. No one gives a shit about you.
The eco ones drive me mad because I'm like, everyone's got a little bit of outside space, whether it's the size of this table, whether it's, you know, whether it's some, you could literally have things out your windows. Everyone can grow some veggies or everyone can grow a bit of fruit or something. And a lot of these people that are saying, you know, you need to stop driving cars and all that sort of stuff. It's like, do you buy all your veg? Do you have a little vegetable patch in your garden? Do you grow stuff? You know, there's loads of things we can do.
There's someone going around our area slashing tyres on SUVs and large engine cars.
Yeah, which is great because then you need to go and use more petroleum-based products to buy new tyres.
I just hope I catch little fuckers that doing it.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, this is a good glimpse into why we don't touch politics on this channel, though, isn't it? 'Cause we're not here to
We love
preach.
everyone. We absolutely love everyone. Yeah. Unless you're a twat. And then we
Unless
can't
you're a
stand
beep.
you. Yeah. Oh, you're not allowed to say that?
No.
Oh.
It's fine, we can bleep it.
Right.
But that's why we're not here to tell you what to think or what to do with your lives or whatever. Live and let live.
Just keep watching The Office Blokes for
a laugh. That's what we do. We're here for fun at the end
Someone
of the
actually
day.
put on the comments once that I was in a really dark place. I had suicidal thoughts, and you guys have got me out of it. And I said, you know what? I wrote back to him. I went, you know what, mate? Even if it's just one in all our time we've been doing it, I'm super happy about that.
Yeah, I got an email about 2 weeks ago saying the same.
Yeah,
someone was like, I was on the verge, and you know, I've just binged you, and whatever helps people get through.
Yeah.
But then if we were then halfway through a video going, and listen, you all need to stand up for, and then we've got loads of causes and stuff, they might have topped themselves.
Never happened. It never happened with me.
No. Anyway, we digress.
To the reality that they actually talked about it too much. They should have never talked about any of these topics in the first place. Because reality check, you're a channel where people go to laugh at kids reacting to various videos on the internet, and you're not the Mother Teresa Foundation. The ways in which the Fine brothers were mistreating their employees eventually went deeper after a TikToker named 1 Minute Talk Show would post a video interviewing 2 former members of Kids and Teens React, which stated the following.
Check the numbers, yo. Kids React, Teens React fell off. Fuck the Fine bros.
Were you on Teens React too? Wait, can you come?
We were just cringed and wouldn't let us speak our mind on a show about speaking our mind.
They were on our fucking dick and balls, bro. That shit sucked. We couldn't say nothing.
Let's say that you started to give an answer that was like your real opinion.
They would just cut it out the video, honestly.
They wouldn't put it in, bro. They'd ask questions that were like pointing you towards the direction of a certain answer.
The pair would then go on to discuss one of the most iconic reactors of Kids and Teens React, Leah Marie Johnson.
Well, I had such a huge crush on the blonde one. You know who I'm talking about.
Leah
Marie Johnson?
She's like in her head stage right now.
Is she really?
The
Yeah.
iceberg goes deep.
Because like she'll just randomly go live and like she's in like a house and it's kind of fire, bro.
Yeah.
Referencing her being seen high in countless different Instagram live streams. Leah Marie Johnson, in addition to these guys who appeared to be attending
He looks like more of a crackhead than her, though.
Yeah, I'd watch that. Someone live in a crack house.
Yeah.
I'd definitely watch it.
Yeah.
showed that reacting for the Fine brothers didn't exactly lead to Hollywood stardom in the way that they might have expected.
It does also kind of show that they invented the pretend reaction genre, which we're not going to I won't accuse anyone out there, but there's a lot of pre-watched videos. And
Yeah, I've never watched. Well, some of the content we react to, I have seen.
If we've seen it, we say we've seen it, though.
But when we're watching stuff it's the first time watching the video.
Yeah.
We don't even pre-watch a little bit of it.
When we used to do music a lot, there was a lot of people reacting to Slaughter to Prevail. And that bit where Alex Terrible does that really like guttural, like really sort of in Russian, sounds pure demonic. Watch how many people just before he does that
wait
go
for it. Yeah.
Like that, and then he does it, and it's like,
he's not done it yet. Yeah. Just wait, mate.
You knew that big moment was coming. Yeah. But we're not accusing anyone. That's all.
Really surprising either. It's not like they were learning any skills by reacting to videos for the Fine Brothers, which left them with famous faces and nothing else. As a result of all the controversy over a 6-month time period, the Fine Bros went from an average of around 100 million views per month to only 30 million per month before announcing that 17 staff members had been laid off. The Fine Bros would then rebrand themselves from Fine Brothers Entertainment to React, yet this failed to stop their decline in viewership as it tumbled further to around 10 million per month. Competition had simply become too strong in the reaction genre. Every popular streamer was uploading their own reaction content to YouTube, whilst the former CEO of React Media would leave the Fine Brothers to work for Mr. Beast, who now makes infinitely better reaction content than the Fine Brothers ever could. In late 2021, the Fine Brothers sold the company to Electric Monster for an undisclosed price, citing that they plan on stepping away to finally spend some quality time with our family, and the two have been silent on all social media since selling the channel.
There you go.
How much they sold it for?
I mean, they've made their money. They've done all right, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think of SunnyV2 as a channel?
Yeah, I liked it.
It's really interesting.
It explains it quite well.
I fully went down that rabbit hole a couple of months ago when I first found the channel. And it was like, I remember talking to you guys going, no way, this YouTuber did this thing that we talked about once. And I was like, and it ended his career. Like, so it's a good thing to watch, to be like, there's lots of pitfalls that people fall into, and a lot of it's not that bad, but they've just tried to get involved in politics or a movement, and they've said something and instantly divided their audience in half. Because, I mean, people don't give a shit about our politics. People don't want to know what we think about stuff.
No one gives a shit whether you want one side or another or whatever we do. And to be fair, I don't even give a shit myself.
I don't really give that much of a shit. I mean, it's amazing how big political division has become when 10 years ago no young people cared about politics whatsoever.
It takes too much of my time up, and it's nothing's going to change. My opinion, whatever I think of it, nothing's going to change.
No.
So I'm not asked. I'd just rather just. I remember I spoke about this before. I was outside the pub and I saw all the Labour Party walking past, and they glanced at me and I just went, "Don't," and they just went and carried on walking.
But then, if the Conservative people would have followed,
I even told them.
You would have been like,
I would have went, "Move it, mate. I'm busy."
You need it. And then the Green Party come past, and you're like, not a chance.
Yeah. I'd have soaked to me bare. If they'd come over and bothered me, I'd have soaked to me bare. I just gone, you know what, move, sling it.
Liberal Democrats, one of them walks past with a hunchback.
There's definitely something wrong with them, isn't there? Yeah. But I'm just not into it, and there's nothing I can do to change however they are. I'm interested from a perspective of watching it and understanding it, and I do that a lot. I watch a lot of the politics.
Yeah.
I know what's going on, but I have zero interest. It just takes up too much time to get involved. I know one guy who's a politician. Man, he starts banging on to me. I went, mate, stop now.
Yeah.
I went, I'm not interested.
Yeah, because they all just avoid what they're really trying to say all the time. So it's such a toxic thing to be part of anyway. And then to judge normal people, day-to-day working class people in terms of politics, it's like, you're not one of them, and you're not one of them. The people at the top are laughing at people like you.
But there's nothing going on in the world at the moment where I have to be a part of to make a protest. Nothing. I'm quite content with my life of going to watch the football, going to the pub, spending time with my family, and that's it. Coming to work.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, nothing affects me.
I think we're pretty lucky to live where we live, and there's lots of countries out there where people are lucky to live where they live, where everyone's got equal opportunities and, you know, everyone's got rights and people are looked after. And
but we're also not trees, mate. We can move.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? We can move to different countries. We can move to different cities. We can go where we want and just not be bothered. And that's what I've done all my life. But I just don't want to. I don't want to go somewhere where someone's going to mither me and go, "Do you know when I'm walking on the street, I get it stopped all the time, and it's usually like God Squad or someone like they come, excuse me, do you believe in Jesus?" And I just go, "Out my way, mate. Not. I haven't got time. Don't know. I'm not interested."
But in the same token, if someone went, excuse me, mate, do you want a tenner? You'd probably also go, fuck off, mate.
I probably would. To be fair, I'd probably be like, no, there's a reason behind it. He wants to give me something.
Stop bothering me.
But if someone stopped me and said, have you seen that new strip club that's opened up around the corner? I'd be like, where? Can you show me? Have you got any tickets?
Yeah, you'd be like, shareholder, mate.
I've already been. I've just come from there.
Glitter all over your face.
You can't go up for months.
Big smile. No, but that's, I mean, for us, I think possibly, and people are going to have to let us know out there in the comment section, I think possibly some of the charm with what we've done for the last 2 years has been that we're not, we've never tried to be YouTubers and part of a culture and stuff.
No.
We've just had a bit of fun, made some videos, and it's done okay.
We tried to be entertainment. That's what they said on there. They know it's be entertainment. And that's what we try to be.
And that's one reason I find this so interesting, because you see people who get into it because they're desperate. It's going to be their career. They're
trying to influence people.
Yeah. And I watched that and it's like, well, okay, you know, everyone's got their own reasons for doing things, but we're on that other side of the fence where we've just had a little bit of fun, had a studio that we wanted to use for a bit, and it's spiraled into making videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I recommend watching more SunnyV2 stuff.
Yeah, I'll have a look, yeah.
There's loads of it, and there's people you've heard of, and there's like one of the Paul brothers on there, and like the Island Boys. There's a thing. You must know who the Island Boys are.
No.
Well, treat yourself after this. We're not reacting to it. Not lowering myself to that.
Never heard of them.
Good. Good. No one else will have in a couple of years.
Yeah. It was good though. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, makes great content. And if you do happen to watch this, Sunny, if it is Sunny, keep making the great content, and don't copyright strike us for reacting to your video. Well, no,
that'd be funny.
I know, yeah. You make great content and keep it up. I know a lot of people appreciate it out there.
Yeah.
Gets millions of views, does really well, so good on him. And don't ever make a video about the downfall of the Office Blokes. Office Bloke Mike's drug addiction.
Going to parks when he shouldn't do.
Don't Google Office Bloke Mike rant about Koreans.
Mike went on the march. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.